Hi guys, it's Dee, the one mom in One Mom's Wonderland, and as you can see, I am done with the bakery. Now, full disclosure, as you can see, it is far more complete for a second video than I wanted it to be, but I got a little bit carried away with projects, and so here we are. There's nothing I can do about it. I figured I'd rather show you guys this than me struggling through a lot of these little odds and ends that I kind of struggled through to put together. But I can walk you through what I did. That way you guys don't have to suffer the way that I did and almost walk away from this project. Now, as you can see, this is the stable. They were connected in our first video, and I've gone ahead and I have painted the stable. Now, like I said in the first video, I have absolutely loved that Grace's patisserie that was out, but those things are way over my budget. Now, just as a reminder, I paid probably about $60 for both of these stables to turn them into the bakery for Wonderland. Now, as you can see from the outside, I chose the colors cream, kind of like a khaki, and then like a rose gold accent theme, just because it better fits with the aesthetic that I have going for Wonderland. The really wonderful part about building your own bakery is that you can pick whatever it is that you want to have it look like. So these were the colors that I chose, kind of neutral, kind of not. Now, if you were wondering about any of the outside portions of the bakery, these are actually reclaimed wood pieces from the doors that we removed from this side of the bakery. I didn't like the slatted look that was on one side of the stable walls because, you know, on the left-hand side, you've got the X barn doors that swing out. They open. So I wanted a solid door for the other side too. So what I did was I took the slots that separated the stalls inside each stable and I connected them by drilling a hole onto this side of the bakery. And I'm going to take you over here so that you can see it. So now this side of the bakery has a solid wall as well. No more of those slats or anything like that. Now, I am always one to use as much as I can and recycle what I can wherever possible. So those slats actually came in handy to make the placard for the Wonderland Patisserie sign. Now, it's not perfect, but I gotta tell you, when I came up with this idea to put this sign out front, it kind of all came together, almost like in a dream. The placard was done, like I said, from reclaimed recycled materials, and then the letters are just spray painted letters that come off of the I'm sure you've seen the marquees, the mini marquees that have the white letters and the black background. Those are literally just those letters. They're about 1 inch tall, spray painted. I got the set off Amazon. I'll actually post the link below in the description box if you're interested in getting some, if you can't find them anywhere locally. And then, of course, you open the doors. This is always my favorite part. Ah! And then you get into the heart of the bakery, which, of course, is the food. Now, I did a couple of things here that were a little bit different. Now, as you can see, I'm sure anyone who has been a collector for any amount of time, you guys probably recognize this kitchen. And this is the original American Girl gourmet kitchen that I have seen all over Mercari and Facebook Marketplace, eBay for the last couple of months because American Girl came out with a new kitchen. Now, the really neat thing about the old kitchen and the new one is that with this design, either one of them could actually work well with the color scheme that I picked out. Now, I'm just a fan of lavender. Purple is my favorite color, and I had this kitchen that I ended up getting at no cost because it came damaged, and I already got it cheap at $50, but then UPS or USPS covered the cost of it. So I ended up getting this kitchen just because I liked it. It was inexpensive, and it had some of the same components as Grace's Bakery does. It has the mini refrigerator on one side. It has the exact same, if I'm not mistaken, oven that she has in her bakery. And it comes with a ready-made sink already built into the island. Now, I didn't want to paint the island or anything along that line, or paint the actual piece, simply because it's a classic, and damaged or not, it's American Girl, and I like to leave things the way that they are. So what I did, because these ceilings aren't as tall as Grace's Bakery. As I said, they're about 20 inches tall. So Grace's Bakery is about 2 inches taller than this one. Is I took the separate piece that normally sits in the corner, and I'm using it as a display case for the goods in the bakery. Now, this piece over to the right is from, I think it's Krissa. I think that's her name, Krissa. Her sewing table. I ended up with a few of these, too many bids on eBay at the same time. But I thought it would just be the cutest little piece to sit inside of a bedroom or inside of a bakery. And I also have the baking table that we will interchange out in the bakery, because it is also a similar color scheme. So when we want to display items, we can have the sewing table set out for things to sit on like they currently are. Or when we want to actively bake, we can slide the baking table inside, pull up both sides of it, and then we can get to baking. Now, this bakery sign, even though it's partially covered by the cash register, it was made the exact same way as the front placards were made. And it's literally just leaning up against the wall. And then you can see some of the items from inside are from several different American Girl and sets from different brands. Some of them are our generation. Some of these treats are American Girl. Some of them are our generation. Some of them are complete off-brand. And then some of them are Walmart My Life As. But they all manage to go together. Walmart has a really great set, if you can find it now, from I think their new Donut Shop Girl line, and it gives you the mixer, which is this bright blue mixer back in the front, this cookie dough, which I think is so cute, and the flour and sugar that are sitting up on this back wall. Now, I left the tack wall intact because I wanted to be able to use it to hang up the utensils, the mixers, and things like that, so that they were out of the way. It's not a real bakery, but you still want it to be as functional and as pretty as possible wherever you can, to make it as realistic for play. And on this wall, we have a few of our treats displayed, and once again, this is another one of those slats of reclaimed wood from the original sides. And I just made a cute little shelf so that if anyone is going to come to what I call our walk-up window, where Khalifa is currently enjoying a treat, you can easily get them a treat, quick access, no muss, no fuss, get your customer served as quickly as possible. Now, some of the items that I did purchase for this, and it was a little bit difficult to find, were these treat bags. And these are the smallest wedding treat bags that you can possibly find. But, I mean, if we're a store and, we're handing out goodies, we got to have something to put them in, even though some people can just sit there and eat them. But I'll post the link to the size treat bags that I used in the description box below. That way you guys won't have to search all of Amazon for an hour like I did. And then these are wedding treat boxes. They are, I think, the 2-inch by 2-inch size, and they are perfect for storing doll treats inside. And eventually we are going to get Wonderland Patisserie stickers to sit on the outside for our customers, but that will be at a later date. Now, one thing that I did do is I did add lighting inside of the patisserie, just because, you know, sometimes you have nighttime shots. You know, we've got Halloween coming up tomorrow, or today by the time you guys are watching this video. And so I wanted to be able to, it's a little bit windy, so things might get knocked down. I wanted to be able to light the patisserie without having to constantly come in, cut something on, cut something off. So I glued 2 puck lights up to the top of the ceiling. There are 2. And they are in the tallest cavern, so they actually don't interfere with the headspace all that much. And then I ran a string of fairy lights through the small groove in between where the 2 stables connected. That way, you know, you can do any kind of fun lighting you want. Halloween comes, you can hang a string of lights, which we will be doing. Christmas comes, you can hang Christmas lights. You name it, you can hang a string of lights through the center to make it slightly more festive. And my favorite thing of all about using this particular kitchen is the fact that it's got all these cute little nooks and crannies throughout the entire thing. So our hashtag for this is going to be the OMW Bakery, or the One Mom's Wonderland Bakery. We might also do OMW Patisserie, but as you can see, it was a smidge too big for our little sign. And if you were wondering, the bottom floor, it is gold and cream contact paper. It really wasn't that bad to lay in. I have a love-hate relationship with contact paper, but this one did me right, so I was really, really happy with it. Now, I'm sure you guys are probably wondering about scale, so I'm going to grab Carter and let you guys see what this looks like with a doll inside. So this is Carter inside of the patisserie. I will take a quick zoom out, that way you guys can see just how much more space there is inside. If we were going to scale it, she's actually standing in only one section of the stable. So she's, you know, only taking up one part of the stable, and that's with the kitchen behind her. So it actually has a lot more room than what it looks like. Now Carter's got really big hair, so if we were to stand her directly underneath one of the lights, her hair might touch it, it might not. But she is interfering with the fairy lights right now. But the neat thing about those lights are, like I said, you can move them around if you need to. I actually just leave them sitting on the rooftop because you can't really see the rooftop when you're playing with it. So it's no big deal if you've got one little tiny string of lights hanging out the side. Now if she needed to go serve as a customer at the window, she can go. Do what she needs to do. Take care of her customer. And then come back right as rain and ring her up. Now I found really neat things at a lot of different places to kind of add ambiance to the patisserie bakery, however you want to say it. This is actually from Target from Valentine's Day. This little cat, it's lavender. This little Eiffel Tower charm I got recently at Joann's. I think it was a keychain from Joann's, or I got it at Walmart, one or the other. These coasters were from Walmart. These are all part of various sets. Some of them are old. They're from Pipaloo. The croissants are. These are American Girl, and I have zero idea where the scones are from. I think they might be our generation. Now, as you can see, I've only added 2 more dolls inside. Another 18-inch doll, who I've still yet to name, bless her heart. But she was one of the first customs that I did. And then, of course, one of the Welly Wishers, sweet little Kindle. But there's actually more room for a bistro table or another doll, if you would like. But that was one of the main drawbacks to me for Grace's Bakery, the simple fact that you couldn't go into the bakery fully. And that was why I was so happy when the solution came to mind, because it was a decent amount of work, but I absolutely adore the results. Here's a close-up of one of my customs in case you wanted to take a good look at her. She was wearing an Our Generation outfit that I think is probably one of the cutest ones that they have. It's just a really, really adorable t-shirt dress. Long sleeves, because it's actually breezy here today. Now, total cost for this project for me was relatively low. I had a lot of the spray paint already. I had a lot of the craft paint already. These walls and the white trim are actually painted with apple paint from Walmart. It's 50 cents a tube, I think, and I used 1 full tube of white, and I only used a half tube of the purple. Which I thought was amazing because I coated these walls twice. They could probably use another one, but I really wasn't going for perfection when I painted this. And then, of course, on the outside, this spray paint is called Almond. And I already had it just because I was in the midst of doing, the big build for the Wonderland house. So that's Almond on the outside, and that same tube of white was the trim for the exterior. Now, the window back here where the actual baking occurs, I covered it up with some really thin clear plastic that comes in 12 by 12 sheets that I got off Amazon, just because if it was a real bakery, you wouldn't want anybody, able to reach in and pilfer. And I really stressed myself out trying to make shutters for the windows, and then I was like, who's gonna steal from the bakery and the doll room? So I gave up on that endeavor. If someone else manages to figure out how to do it, please show me. It was a lot for me last Sunday morning trying to get this done. And then the shelf that she is standing in front of is actually a mini shelf that I ordered off of Amazon. It was a set for one of our kids' rooms, and it just happened to be the perfect size to go here for the patisserie. So total cost for this entire project was only maybe $100 when we think of everything, which is kind of amazing when you think that the retail price for Grace's Patisserie was $500 and the resale right now is going for well above that. Now, total cost, if you think about the things that I already had but I was able to use, it's still probably less than $200, which is, less than half of the cost of the retail price for Grace's Bakery, and far less than that when you think about the ones that are going for over $1,000. So let me know what you guys think of the Wonderland Patisserie turning 2 stables into an actual bakery that your dolls can go inside of. I would love to see how you guys put your own spin on it. I would love to see what you guys do and what you can come up with, because creativity, this is one of those things that you might think that it's done, but it's never done. As it is, we're going to get the patisserie ready for the trick-or-treaters that will be coming by tomorrow. And of course, there's still a few other finishing touches that I want to put on, but I wanted to show you guys the bakery before it got too late, because I am notorious for filming things and not actually putting them up on the channel. But I'm doing better about that, I promise. And if you guys can think of any other creative things to do with 2 stables, let me know. I've had a few other ideas. One of them has been an actual shopping room, almost like a boutique. I don't know if there's enough wall space for that, but I think that there might be if we hung racks along the back wall. I think that this would be a really cool boutique, and then you could have almost like a suite of little rooms that connected together, like a really awesome shopping center in your doll room. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the patisserie. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I always try to respond to all of your feedback. I hope you enjoy. Hi guys, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We hope that you enjoyed it. Here at One Mom's Wonderland, we always try to post the links and the descriptions to the items that we have reviewed in our description box. They are affiliate links and they do help to keep the channel running. We appreciate you guys taking the time to like and subscribe for the channel. If you ever have any questions, comments, please don't hesitate to post them. We love to hear from you guys. Thanks for taking time out to join us in Wonderland. We'll see you next time.